What civilization do you think of when we talk about math, science, astronomy, the pyramids, and engineering? We normally think of the Egyptians and the Greek, right? Well, what if I told you that just in our backyard existed one of the greatest civilizations in human history? Well, it did. Way before the New World was even discovered, there was a civilization who had an understanding of the universe, had some of the largest pyramids, and had even discovered the number zero. The Maya even had one of the most accurate calendars, even more accurate than the one we have today. I will give you some examples and compare them to what we know about other civilizations. I will start by stating some accomplishments by the Maya. The Maya had an advanced understanding of the universe. They studied the planets and stars and kept detailed records of their positions. They even had observatories. They even constructed the buildings in such a way that represented the positions of the stars. That's something the Egyptians also did. Astronomy was not the only thing the Maya were good at. They were also great mathematicians. They had discovered the meaning of the number zero. The number zero might sound like an insignificant number, but it actually played a big role in history, and I'll show you how. Although although no one is certain who discovered it first, it is believed the Maya were the first ones to use it. It is believed that zero was zero was used by the Maya 900 years before the Arabs were even introduced it to Europe. It is believed that with the use of zero, the Maya were able to develop a calendar so precise that it's even more accurate than the one we use today, as I mentioned earlier. The Maya dedicated their lives to understand the unexplained, just like we do today. Their knowledge of zero gave them a major advantage in the engineering achievements as well. Archaeologists believe that the largest pyramid had just been discovered in an ancient Mayan site. The Maya were not just erecting buildings because they had nothing else better to do. It also meant something more to them than what we think of. The Maya built many pyramids. Those pyramids were built with architectural detail, archaeological meaning, and archaeological and religious meaning that we're just starting to understand. Now that I've given you a few examples of the Mayan civilization's accomplishment, let me tell you why we should invest more time in learning and understanding the history before traveling around the world just to see pyramids. The Maya is only one of the great civilizations that rule in the Americas. There were also the Aztecs, the Inca, and others who had also great accomplishments during their time. Archaeologists have barely scratched the surface of the vast abundance of sites to be unearthed in our neighboring continents. What can we do to better understand the history and importance of those civilizations that once ruled the land we now occupy? Well, we need to better understand that these civilizations have an abundance of information for us to discover and understand. We need to seek more teaching of the pre-European history of the Americas in our public schools. Now that I have told you why we need to understand our own backyard before we go digging around the world, I will again try to explain to you why. I have covered a few things about one civilization that once ruled in the Americas, long before Europeans set foot on it. These few things I have told you about are only the tip of the iceberg, and there is so much more. I also only mentioned a few accomplishments from one civilization. There is so much more to learn, and we need to educate ourselves and our children to take an interest in learning from these civilizations who once ruled the land we now walk on. Thank you.